Hellbound Train. That was excellent. This entire quad was excellent. Akachita, you've done good, brother. Excellent quad. Yo, man, I gotta get a lot more familiar with Savoy Brown. You know, gotta be about 6 months ago now, I think. I did, was it a quad? I think it was a triple of Rare Earth. No, it might have been a quad, Rare Earth. And being that Savoy Brown covered I Can't Get Next to You and the Temptations and the Motown label, and I was thinking of Rare Earth. Rare Earth representing kind of like a fusion rock, you know, ideal. And that's back when I was teasing the idea of overlapping a little bit into fusion rock, you know, the Rare Earths, the Santanas, you know. And with the whole fusion rock idea, I was also including blues rock, kind of like this style. But then I know it can become a very slippery slope where a lot of people are then clamoring in saying, oh, well, you are stretching that much. You may as well get into the Funkadelics. You may as well get into this. And then that dude, a year and a half later, still insisting that I do Kool and the Gang. You know what I'm saying? So I entertained the idea for a while, and then I decided, no, you know, I'm going to stay very, very close to the foundational, I'm going to use the word loosely, foundational classic rock platform. And by definition, what I'm talking about is the rock and roll mainly of the 60s, more later 60s, definitely into the 70s and some of the early 80s. And that is kind of like the timeline sequence of how I would define classic rock and the area and where I'm focused more, only because it's the area in which I'm very unfamiliar. Of course, you bring it into the 80s now I'm a little bit more familiar. For example, you know, the Eliminator album from ZZ Top. So that is why I am a little bit more focused on my channel and staying within certain parameters. I know that it's an element of frustration for a lot of people who visit my channel, but I gotta stick close to that format and that time sequence. Now, this blues rock is not exactly within the envelope, but it's close enough where I can say that we're overlapping a little bit here and a little bit there. Blues rock, I consider a little bit of overlap. Metal, I consider it a little bit of overlap, you know. Steely Dan with the jazz rock platform, I consider that a little bit of overlap. So there are little areas of overlap that I'm willing to go. Just recently, John Hampton, sent me a quad, and it was a really, really nice Southern rock style quad, and it brought me more into the present. I'm willing to go into the present a little bit more, but just to explain that primarily, I'm within that envelope of what I'm calling the classic rock timeline era, and of course in keeping with the classic rock sound more so than anything else. So that's where I'm at, and primarily only because it's the area where it's the biggest blank spaces of knowledge. So that's why I'm focused so much more in that area. Now, I'm saying all that to say that one day and I'm always willing to, you know, take a look at something in the present or go a little bit further back into the past, like I did a triple for Johnny Rivers, for example. I don't think I've ever done a Buddy Holly or Elvis, but you know, I'm willing to go a little bit further back as well. So it's there's variance there, but I gotta stick close to, I guess, the signature classic rock sound, not just for myself, but also for the mainstay of most of my patrons and subscribers who are men, 45 to 75 and 80 years old. So that classic rock platform is important to try and define. You know what I'm saying? But this is one of those wonderful, just slightly overlapping outside of the parameters, exception to the rule, you know? So, excellent quad, man. And a really, really good assembly of songs. These guys are fantastic. And I'm drawing parallels between their live sound and that of, let's say, the Grateful Dead. And it says that they've really made their fame from constantly being on the road. They're definitely a great live band for sure, man. Didn't even need to be told. And all tracks are fantastic, man. These guys, I gotta get to be a little bit more acquainted with their material. And 40 albums? So there's quite a lot of material to get acquainted with, man. So hey, you know, anyone else who might feel that there's a couple of more songs from this group that I should check out, please send it to me and let me know. And that'll be cool, man. And I'm not opposed to doing full album reactions. Yeah, as long as the album reaction isn't like an extended double album or anything like that. I don't think I've done a double album reaction since the Pink Floyd's. But yeah, you know, all the same, you know, I'm not opposed to doing a full album reaction. If you think that there's a full album reaction, that's well worth checking out. That'll be cool. Speaking of full album reactions, I'm going to be jumping on, where are we, man? Yeah, so this is, we're Saturday morning here, so I got to jump on side 2 of Rio Grande Mud, and then immediately jump onto our third track for ZZ Top. I'm really hitting it hard because I'm going to be getting busy next weekend, so I want to get the third and the fourth album done before we get into the weekend. That's the goal. So ZZ Top Artist of the Month, that's my big goal where it comes to ZZ Top. So hopefully by now, some of my reactions are caught up in a loop of some sort. So I got the Led Zeppelins still kind of uploading. I got 2 Led Zeppelins coming your way. And this is Akachita's quad. I've got Sarah's quad immediately following this. And I also have a quad coming up for John Hampton, and that's going to be for Monday, and that is Robin Trower's birthday. So I'm looking forward to getting into that as well, man. And just lots of quads coming up, man. Pretty much, it's just quads. With full album reactions too, I got to get back onto the Deep Purple train, and yeah, I think it's Burn, but it's the album before Burn. So I'm doing the Deep Purple chronology. And I also got to get onto the next album for Black Sabbath, Following Heaven and Hell. And sorry, I don't know the title. But that's what I've got in the shoot over the next week or so. And I'm still, of course, on the first side of In Through the Outdoor for Led Zeppelin. So, yeah, I don't remember what the name for the song is called. It's a song after Southbound Soiree, but that's coming up very soon as well. So anyway, man, hey, that's my update, that's my rundown. This is my reaction to this fantastic quad. Akachita, thanks again, man, you did good, and I'm looking forward to getting a little bit more acquainted with these guys for sure. Great sound, nice crisp clear vocals, good instrumentation. Love the way they're switching out between piano and organ. Great utilization of those 2 instruments, and all around overall, they're a really excellent band. Excellent vocals and excellent harmony. Yeah, I can't see them being any better than what they are. Fantastic. So thanks for introducing these guys to me, man. Anyways, I'm gonna bounce, y'all. Gotta go to work. So thanks for joining me, man. And I will see you in my next complimentary quad. That'll be Sarah's. All right. Peace out.